Hey guys, welcome to Outbound Sales Secrets. Thank you for putting your trust in us. I think that you're going to be blown away by the value that's in this training. And in fact, right before I was recording this video, or a press record on this video, I was looking at all of the training included in the curriculum of just Outbound Sales Secrets. And it's crazy because I think once you get into this, you're going to be blown away by how much I put into here. And really, at the end of the day, you know, I'm putting my best foot forward, really trying to provide value and build a relationship with you so you'll consider working with us in our Sales Team Accelerator program to scale up. Being that you need setters or closers placed inside of your company, we could certainly do that. Or if you just want more hands-on help with implementing the right marketing system, or want more hands-on help with scaling your sales team or scaling your outbound team, or just overall, if you're a coach, consultant, agency, and you really want to get to 100 grand a month, or you want to go from 100 grand a month to $1 million a month, you know, we could share with you anything and everything that we learned going from 0 to 2.5 million a month pretty much within 2 years of starting my company. So be happy to help. There's going to be a link to apply if you want to do that. But with that being said, let's get into this. So this is just going to be a quick introduction video and how this works. Not going to spend a whole lot of time here. You probably know the drill. Most people buying this are relatively advanced business owners anyways. So we're going to cover how this program works and how to get support and the implementation path. So how does this work? All right. So here's the deal. I will show you the training curriculum right now, okay? You're right here, so start here, watch this first. There's, obviously this video is not in there yet, but there's the introduction. This video you have to watch so you understand the difference between this and which model to go with. It basically dictates your implementation path. And then here's a few other expectation things before getting started. And then so here is basically where you're gonna learn all the cold end-to-end outbound stuff. Then here is where you're gonna learn all the MDR outbound stuff depending on which funnel that you're using. Here I teach you my entire sales process. Like, honestly, the fact that I gave you this for this price is pretty ridiculous because this training is insane. I mean, it's extremely in-depth. So then later we get into a little bit of stuff on building and managing a sales team. Obviously, if you want to learn more about that, you have to join Sales Team Accelerator. And then we go through the tech stack training, which is going to be published any day now. So that's coming soon. So that is the overview of the training. We'll go into more of like how to attack the training in the following videos. So how does this program actually work? Well, obviously you saw school, right? Now this program's not live as I'm recording this video. That's why there's only 9 people in here. But if you ever have a question, you can just write it in here, right? This is how school works. You can title it, write it, tag people, all that stuff, right? So that's pretty cool. And we'll have people in there answering questions. Also, there's no calendar tab right now, but if we ever do calls, there'll be a calendar tab here and you can register for the calls. Like we might do an occasional training or something like that. I'll show you what the calendar tab looks like in a different thing. Like here's our, so we have 8-figure boardroom. This is for people wanting to go from 100 grand a month to $1 million a month plus coaching consultants and agencies. It's really the highest level mastermind in the high ticket space. Really, if you are above 100 grand a month, it's minimum 80K a month actually to get in. But if you're around that and you're trying to scale up, you should really be into here. So we're looking at here, you can see like there's a calendar tab, it looks like this. So if you ever see that, that's what that is. Now back to the Outbound Sales Secrets. So that's calendar tab. Also with email or a school, you're gonna get a lot of email notifications on like new posts, new trainings, events, different stuff like this. Like I'd like to get a lot of people in here. And then, we can start doing occasional events and stuff. If you're ever lost and confused, you can obviously post in the group or do SDA support at closersandleaders.com. So here's the deal in terms of the implementation path. Very, very simple, okay? Step 1, you're gonna decide which model you're gonna go with, okay? So again, you're gonna go here, and in this video, you're gonna decide which model you're gonna go with, okay? I mean, you could do both kind of too, but I would pick one to start. And then step 2 is you're gonna build the lead generation machine, right? So if you do end-to-end, that's in this training. If you do MDR model, all the MDR stuff is in this training, but if you need more specific help on ads and funnels and all that stuff, you'll have to look in the Sales Team Accelerator, unless you took unlimited leads, but that was a one-time offer, so you can't get that again. Step 3 is you implement the appointment setters, so there'll be stuff, especially in terms of later in the training, how you can recruit, hire, train appointment setters. And then step 4 is really refining your systems and your processes, right? That's going through the sales process training, going through the sales teams training, and the tech stack training, okay? So who am I? My name is Cole Gordon. I own Closers.io, which is a holding company that contains 2 companies. One of them is called Sales Team Accelerator, or abbreviated as STA. So I've already mentioned this, but STA basically helps coaches, consultants, agencies, SaaS companies, really any high-ticket service company that's online that sells anything $3,000 or more. We help them find, hire, and train remote sales teams, and overall just really build a marketing and sales engine that allows them to scale to, you know, 100 grand a month if they're just getting started, or if they're already at 100 grand a month to $1 million a month in our 8-figure boardroom. So we also do this in terms of our sales staffing. We place setters and closers done for you in the companies. We have a database of over 200K sales reps. We also have a certification company for sales reps. So we have a lot of people in our pipeline, which is where we get people to place and do you know, tons and tons of different people in the industry. So in STA, we also help out with building out the sales systems, recruiting, hiring frameworks, and all of that stuff, getting reps in the KPI. We also provide one-on-one support for the reps. We provide one-on-one support for the business owners too, for the sales managers in terms of how to scale their team. And finally, for companies with validated offers yet no way to consistently generate leads, we help them build out what's called an optimal selling system, okay? Which basically is a predictable way to generate leads to where when you put more inputs into a system, you get more outputs, right? So the optimal selling system is really the first thing after a validated offer that you need to scale to 7 figures. And really, it'll take you all the way to 8 figures, if not more. So this company alone does 1.8 million a month with 51% profit. I mean, the reason I'm telling you this, guys, is just so you know you're learning from somebody credible here, and everything that you're learning inside of this program is stuff that I've actually implemented. So I already mentioned this, but 8-figure boardroom is really the back end of SDA, and it's where we help people go from basically 100 grand a month to $1 million a month plus, and we help them with everything: marketing, sales, ops, fulfillment, finance. I mean, basically you get entire access to my company and my executive team, all our SOPs, and anything that we've used to scale to $2.5 million a month, you can download into your company and just basically copy it, you know, ethically, of course, right? Not like ripping off word for word, but you can basically just copy and paste installed into your company. I would say we're really the only high-level mastermind for high-ticket service providers, high-ticket coaching, consulting, specifically in that 100K a month to $1 million a month plus range. We're really the only mastermind for that sort of range in that sort of vertical in the industry. There's a lot of other masterminds for high-ticket coaching, but a lot of them are about getting to maybe 100 grand a month or 200 grand a month. We're the only one to where you're gonna be doing 80K a month just to even get in. And it's all about getting above $1 million a month. I mean, we have more 8-figure earners for sure in our mastermind than any other by far. I mean, we have over a dozen, if not a couple dozen. And so our next event's in December. If you're interested in coming, Patrick, Pat David, Dean Graciosi, Rory Sutherland, and Perry Belcher are all speaking. So pretty insane lineup. Now, our other company, and you're probably not going to be interested in this, obviously, if you're a business owner, but I'm just kind of telling you what we're up to. But our other company is called RCA. And we help new and existing sales reps basically learn my sales framework that I basically use to do 40 to 50K a month in commissions when I was a full-time sales rep selling for traffic and funnels, some other companies. And we basically help them either go from beginner, or maybe they're in insurance or real estate or whatever, and we help them get into the alternative education and remote sales industries selling high-ticket services. So that company also does about $1 million a month plus. And our recruiting, a lot of people think that our recruiting just comes from RCA. And a lot of it does, but a lot of it also comes from full cycle traditional recruiting. It's a little bit of both, okay? So those are our two companies, you know, that combines for about anywhere from 2.2 to 2.8 million a month is really where we've been all this year. It's been kind of a plateau, and a big reason I'm launching this whole program is to help us break past that plateau. And in terms of my story, just to know a little bit more about me, I dropped out of med school. I wasn't in med school, but I was on my way to go. Was applying, getting all these interviews, dropped out to start an online business. First thing was a health blog, was extremely unsuccessful, just basically was glorified procrastination. And then I started a Facebook ads agency, helping high-ticket service providers, grew that to 30K a month, burned out of that, gave all my clients away, got into sales, was the worst sales rep on the team, and just really worked hard to become like the best sales rep on every single team that I was on. I was on 3 different teams and became the best on every single one. And ultimately, you know, I feel at my time, I was the best rep in the entire industry. Now, I would say now there's people who've, you know, far surpassed stuff that I've done, but in terms of actually selling and setting records and all of that stuff. But, you know, back then I thought it was pretty good. And then I started really in 2019. I felt like I had really maxed out the sales thing. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to go do sales consulting, sales coaching. And, you know, quickly it was about 100 grand a month doing that. In 2020, I pivoted to doing the sales recruiting and launched SDA. And that's when we really exploded and went from like kind of a basic 70 to 150 grand a month range to 2.5 million a month in 12 months. It was really, really fast. So I don't tell you any of that stuff to, you know I feel like I'm like talking about myself a bunch here, but I just really want you guys to know. I mean, some of you guys are just getting to know me for the first time. I just want you to know, like, this is what my company does. Here's our different offers. And also here's the revenue we're doing. Here's the success. Here's the basics of my story. So that when you learn this stuff, you know that it's coming from somebody who's actually done it. And really the stuff you're learning in here, the outbound appointment setting, be that the MDR model especially, but even the SDR model that we're doing now, that is really one of the things that I pioneered in this industry. Not that outbound is anything, outbound's been around for a long time, but our industry, up until recently was very inbound focused. And so this is something I feel like I've really contributed to the industry, and I'm really excited to share it with you. And I just want you guys to know that, this is a big part of what's allowed my company to scale, and hopefully you'll have the same results for yourself, and be able to have explosive growth doing this. So with that being said, that's it for this training. The next one's going to be on the MDR versus SDR model, which model to go with, and really going to be setting in your implementation pathway. So enjoy, and we'll see you soon.